Now, all of that is echoed by new figures from the British Retail Consortium this morning. They've showed that filling your basket is significantly cheaper than it was a year ago. It says overall shop prices were down by 1.7%. Now, the food sector, it saw prices rise by 0.1% in December. Now, that's reversed a 0.2% fall in November. Non-food prices, well, they also fell by 2.8% in December, less than the 2.9% in November. I hope you keep it up. John Munro is from the British Retail Consortium. John, good morning. A lot of numbers to get through there, but really echoing that feeling that we heard from Sainsbury's is that the price wars are meaning that prices continue to fall for customers, and that's good news.
Absolutely. This is the 20th month that prices in the UK shops have fallen, and every month in 2014 saw prices down, which is ultimately great news for the consumer.
The price wars, though, between these retailers come at a cost. I mean, we've seen that profits for the retailers are being squeezed and, of course, discounting before Christmas will affect their profits when we get the update after Christmas. How long can they go on for?
Well, prices can't continue to fall forever. That's just impossible. But what we have seen is that competition and competitiveness between retailers remains the hallmark of the UK retail sector. And actually, we've also seen a fall in the producers' price index. So the cost for raw materials paid for by producers has fallen as well. So retailers are actually passing that on to consumers. So at the moment, retailers are in a great position to be able to compete with one another and pass those savings on to customers.
Does this have implications for inflation? We've seen that with energy prices coming down in the past, we've also now seen shop prices coming down, that inflation is falling across the board. We're expecting figures due from Europe within 10 minutes or so showing that inflation there could tip into deflation, basically meaning that consumers are putting off making big purchases, and that actually is bad news for the economy.
Well, we've certainly seen less of that in the retail industry. Consumer confidence is ticking along quite nicely, and people have been putting off making their larger purchases, especially on electronics, for a while now. So what they're doing is they're starting to buy those things again now because we've had such a good run of prices falling over the last 20 months. So actually, it's a win-win for both retailers and consumers, because consumers are seeing their prices fall and retailers are encouraging more consumers through the doors, and they're encouraging them to spend now the confidence has returned.
OK, John, good to talk to you. Thanks for explaining all of that. John Munro there from the British Retail Consortium. I want to show you these on the board because